Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So today's video I'm going to talk about Ketu transit in Leo and its impact on Leo rising. Anybody with a Leo rising, Leo ascendant, Leo lagna or moon in Leo. And this video is applicable for all of them. So before I proceed in the video, anybody who wants to do a consultation with me or me reading their chart, I've shared my number in the email. I've shared my number in the WhatsApp number in the description and my email address. So you can connect with me on that. Now, the second thing is, I've already completed a series on all the dates. Like, anybody born between the 1st to the 31st of any month in a year. I've already completed a series on, character traits of all the risings, from Aries to Pisces. I've already completed a series on Jupiter transit in Gemini and, Rahu transit in Aquarius. So if you haven't, watched them yet, please go ahead and watch them whenever you get time. Now let's move on to this transit. So like before I talk about the transit, let me just give you a few character traits of the planet Ketu. So Ketu, is a planet like which is completely opposite to Rahu. So if Rahu is an extremely materialistic planet, Ketu is an extremely spiritual planet. If Rahu doesn't have a base, Ketu doesn't have a head. If Rahu is the planet for illusion, Ketu is the planet for disillusion. If Rahu, like Rahu is the planet which creates attachment. It brings attachment to us towards the house where it sits or it transits. Wherein Ketu, it brings detachment in us from in the house where it sits or it transits. So with Leo people, Ketu is now transiting in your ascendant, in your rising from the 18th of May. So what is an ascendant? Ascendant is you, your physical existence, your, a physical image to the world, how you are perceived in the world. Your ascendant is the most important thing. Rest, everything else is secondary. It's you. It's you. Who goes to whom the body which you carry inside the washroom every day. That's what is ascendant, and that is what is most powerful. Now, a planet like Ketu, which brings detachment, a planet like Ketu, which cuts, which breaks, is now transiting in your ascendant. So let's talk about, what does this brings for you in the next 1.5 years. So, the first, and I'm going to talk in points. Now, the first thing, you would see is detachment from all the titles which you possess. The titles that have been given to us by the world. A title of, somebody, living in the X neighborhood, living in this particular area, driving this car, married to this, husband or a wife, married to this lady or a man, working at X company, working at X position, maybe, running a business at this is the name of the business. Now, these are all titles. Net worth in the society. These are all titles, given to us by the world. Okay, now you, during the next 1.5 years, would be detached from these titles. You would be detached because you are in such a beautiful state of, meditative state, such a beautiful spiritual state with the God that you would not, you won't care more about the external titles which you have because, all the focus is inside, knowing yourself from the inside. So that's the first area where you would see detachment. Now, the second thing is Leo people. It's about your ego. You would see detachment from that ego also. In the next 1.5 years, you would, become very, very humble. An extremely person with a lot of humility. This is what is Ketu bringing for you. Leo people. Leo is a royal, ascendant. You are the kings. So, or the queens. Like lions. So, Here you would anything which gives you an ego, all your material possessions, your position, your aura, your personality, the Leo, everything, but you would be away from that ego. You would be detached. You would feel this is all external. It no more impacts you. You would be the most humble person. Now, next point is about the mirror. You will suddenly, stop looking at the mirror. You will stop liking the mirror. Mirror, I meant to say the external things, the external world around you. You are no more interested in that. Your entire focus during this particular transit of Ketu is all about, deep inside. You is a deep dive inside, knowing what is you, who you are, what are the things which you are doing in your career, what are the things which you are doing about your family, what are the things which you are, doing for the future, for the kids. So, everything, what like the job you're doing or a business you're doing, I mean, there would be so much of self introspection during this time that you have no time to look at, external things. You don't have any time to look at the mirror. I'm sorry, because you want to know the inner self. Now, the next thing is about, during this 1.5 years, you would become an extremely, extremely, extremely spiritual person. You would come across as a very spiritual person. Always, have a deep connection with God. Very spiritual, like, and you would have such a like magnetic attraction in you during this time that you would automatically attract a lot of spiritual souls. So that is also, seen. Now, the next thing is about Leo people. You love the spotlight. You love the center stage. You love the camera. You love the action. You love to be at the front foot. You love the attention. You love the eyeballs. But all these, love for these, validations was there till the 18th of May. Now, during this time, in the next 1.5 years, I'm not saying like you would be away, or you would be at the back foot, but your complete focus, your complete interest is all about inner engineering. You're no more interested in, these kind of, where you are the attention, where you are the center, center stage. No, center of attraction. No, I mean, all your energy, all your focus, all your priority is inside, deep diving inside. So this is what, the beauty of Ketu is. I mean, it changes the core character of a person, because Ketu in this transit is just coming to tell you to stop being worried about, your external life. Know yourself internally. That is, and Ketu, the good thing is, Ketu is not enemy of sun. Ketu is an enemy of moon. So it's a good transit in terms of, the planet. Now, the next thing is about the acknowledgement. Like we all live in a world. We all love acknowledgement. We all love recognition. We all love, people acknowledging us, validating us, praising us. But this time, you don't need any acknowledgement. You don't need any praises. You don't need any validation. No, nothing. Because, there is so much of, internal light. There is so much of, beautiful internal, like validation you're getting, that you don't need anything from the external world. You are yourself enough to acknowledge whether you are doing it right or whether you are doing it wrong. Your intuition is your best mentor. Everything and everything about would be this intuition. You know what is happening. You know what is going to happen. So intuition is your best friend, your best companion. Your best, like someone which gives you acknowledgement. It's your intuition. So you trust your intuition during this Ketu period. Now the next thing is about, guys. This is the time I would strongly recommend you. Like, no matter how busy you are, no matter how many like things you're doing, uh, do take out some time for yourself, like maybe 30 minutes a day, and just quietly sit and do meditation. Because Ketu is such a beautiful planet when it comes to spiritualism, connecting with God, that your little bit of, you make 10% effort and Ketu will support you 90%. But you have to work in the area where Ketu wants you to work. Ketu wants you to know yourself from inside. Ketu wants you to connect with God, connect with the Supreme. So if you do little bit of meditation, just try doing it, you would get extreme, I would say peace, and you would know a lot of things about yourself which you have maybe have never known before till now. Okay, now of course, the character about Leo is about leading, so you would be leading, but again you don't need any acknowledgement. So you don't need any validation. You would be leading because there is everything coming from the inside. Now that's the beauty. And now the next thing is about like you would be the strongest person in the most difficult situations. No matter your business, your work, your home, your social setup. No matter there are no many any number of challenges, but you are the strongest person because there is a beautiful internal light, internal lamp which is giving you all the strength which is coming from inside. So, I mean, guys, one thing I want to say, the Leo ascendant, the Leo rising, whatever I have said about this, like transit, it also depends upon the Mahadasha, the Antardasha you're passing through with. Secondly, whether you're passing through with Ketu period or not. So, the ones who are passing through with Ketu period, Ketu Mahadasha, Ketu Antardasha with Leo rising, yes, you would see these impacts, but the ones who are not passing through with Ketu times, the impact would be milder, but it would be there. So that's mostly I wanted to talk about this video, guys. It's a beautiful time for you people. A journey for self discovery for the next 1.5 years, Leo people. So that's mostly what I wanted to talk. So if you've liked this video, I request you to press the subscription, press the bell notification, and also, do take out some time to comment because your comment just validates my effort. So that's all for it today, guys. And thanks a lot for your time, and you have a great evening. Thank you.